quick send this to you too. What do you think? Are these guys gonna get sued by Nintendo, do you think? There's enough like Pokemon where they're probably gonna get sued.
It's always funny to me to watch to look at games like this and you just go like, huh, all right.
That really is just Pokemon but different. I mean, that's a good point.
I
The
don't know.
whole appeal of Pokemon is, getting cute creatures and going on adventures with them.
Exactly. It's like you can't. Pokemon can't be the only one that has it just because other people started to use these, little things or whatever. And I see her going just like
That's a valid argument. What are you talking
I
about?
know, and I agree. Just like, is this just me or is like I don't know. Like part of me I looks at this and I sit here going, this almost. I don't know if it's just like because my brain is programmed to like see whenever I see like Pokemon esque things, I just think they're like AI generated shit. And I don't know why that is. Like I don't know, like it's something in my brain's just saying, oh, like some of this is just AI or whatever, and I sit here going like, is it? I can't,
It's hard
It's
because
a great question.
Pokemon as a company has made Pokemon out of fucking everything.
It's true.
To the point where you see like off-brand Pokemon, and it's like, well, it looks like they just did Pokemon, but not Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which eh, I get. I
At least they don't
also,
call them Pokemon or whatever. So hey, there's
yeah,
that.
they're. Do they just call them creature? Oh
Yeah,
no,
they're
they're called
little
Anemos.
creatures.
No, they're called Anemos.
Nemos,
Choose your
yeah.
Nemo and begin your epic journey.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about this, can I just say, it's always confounded me the whole battling Pokemon thing, right? Because I get it in a game like Persona, you're battling Personas or whatever.
Hmm.
In Pokemon, it's like, oh look, I got this cute little creature. This one's my favorite Pokemon because he's so cute. And then it's like, oh man, I can't wait to see the absolute shit getting kicked out of him. Because it's like you watch the anime, and it's like when these Pokemon battles happen, it's not like they're not feeling anything. They're getting beat up,
Yeah, they're
getting
getting
beat
beat
up
up.
really bad. At what point do the Pokemon just be like, can I not? I don't want to do this.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that? I think we had a conversation like this not that long ago. It's like it feels like
Mhm.
Pokemon's kind of getting away from the idea of just like, oh, they exist solely for battling now.
It probably should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like they're trying to like keep Pokemon family friendly while still making them like, oh, they're there for battling, but they also have other things they can do.
Was it like I think it was like Pokemon Black and White where the like Team Rocket stand-ins were just like an animal rights activist group.
Yes, it was.
That was
It was literally like the whole thing of it was that they wanted to what was it? They wanted to free the Pokemon basically, and then they that
mhm.
and stuff like that. It's like yeah, it's literally like they were like, oh yeah, you guys use them as, and then you just like capture them to pluck them from their homes and stuff like that. And I was just like, what?
Valid,
And stuff like
honestly.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like I'm still it's just like what? Okay, it's interesting.
Like equating to like the real world. Imagine like picking up a stray cat off the street, being like, "Oh, awesome! I can't wait for you to fight a dog." Like, I can't wait for you to go to toe with a gorilla or a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
It's okay because you'll get big one day.
One day you're gonna get so big, it's gonna be crazy.
Like, imagine a Pokemon game that works kind of like how befriending animals works in Minecraft, right? Like, you actually need to like give them treats and make them like you before they're willing to do what you say. Like, imagine capturing a Pokemon and they just can say, "Nah, nah, I don't feel like using tackle right now.
I don't feel like it.
I refuse to participate." Uh,
God damn.
I wonder if there are any laws against like animal abuse in the Pokemon world. Because how could you just not be like, well, my my Charmander got that black eye from a battle. You can't pin this on me.
Look, man, it's all they ever do, so it's just how I've done my life at this point. So can't blame me.
You
Pokemon
think
like
that
this.
Do you think there was ever like an instance where a Typhlosion had a really shitty owner, and he was one day just like fuck this, and
You just like
blew
burned
the.
them.
What would the consequence be? Like, would that Pokemon be put down then, or
Put to
is this like a
death.
Harambe?
To death.
Is exactly? Is that would that be like Pokemon Harambe?
I don't think Nintendo has thought that far into it, so I think we're giving them way too much credit with this.
Is that why the only Pokemon movie they ever made didn't include Pokemon battles?
I don't know.
Makes you think.
Makes you wonder.
Nintendo doesn't want you asking these questions, but these are the interesting questions.
Oh man. Alrighty
If
then.
if God is a Pokemon, which he is in that world,
It's true.
and you can technically capture and enslave him, what does that mean? Can you just force him to be like, okay, make me king of the universe now?
Make me king
Or
of the
yeah, can you
universe.
can he just be like, fuck this, I don't want to be in your dumbass ball. By the way, all humans are going to hell because, Pokemon are my homies. I am a Pokemon and I see the dirty things you do to them. I've been on Roll 34.
Oh man. Oh boy.
Should probably do an intro now, right?
Hey, whatever. Sure. Hello and welcome to another episode of It Never Ends. I'm Andrew. Over there is my good buddy Alex. How you doing today?
Hello, hello. Pretty good.
Well, if you ignore the first 5 minutes of this podcast where we were talking about whether or not a Pokemon can be put to death for, injuring its trainer or something like that.
It wouldn't be putting to death. It would just be euthanasia. That's
So
better somehow.
So in like the anime, Pikachu just shocks Ash constantly, basically in the first
hmm
season or whatever. It's so we're saying Pikachu should have been put down. Is that what we're saying here?
Well, I'm just asking. It's like, could Ash theoretically have gone to a Pokemon Center and been like, "Yeah, this Pikachu is a shithead. He keeps attacking me, and I've gone through serious trauma because of him, and he's just refusing to behave. I would very much like you to put him to sleep."
But in the first episode, he saves Ash from all those Spearow.
Well, that's exactly it. And now we don't need to kill the Pikachu.
So because he makes up for it by shocking all the
By shocking the Spearow, exactly. That Pikachu unknowingly paid for his life that day.
So he was that close to being killed. All right.
Exactly. Do you wonder, because there are so many horrible people on the internet, in the Pokemon world there are some shithead kids that'll chase wild Charmanders around being like, put his stupid tail out.
Yeah.
And then I wonder what the laws against that would be. Oh, that's fascinating to think about. Oh, never mind. They are indeed fighting in the Pokemon ripoff. Goddamn. No one is safe.
No one is safe.
Should Pokemon be blamed for normalizing animal cruelty? Okay, we can move on.
I think if you ask PETA, they might have something to say about that.
Is Nintendo responsible for factory farming? Question mark.
All right. Well,
yeah, we should probably
beyond the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
That we suddenly have stumbled into.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a few things we could talk about. The first thing I want to start off with is the recent announcement that Magic the Gathering Arena developers are unionizing to uh, for layoff protection as well as continued remote work and generative AI protection is the main three things that they're kind of looking to kind of do because they were coming off of some layoffs not that long ago, if I'm not mistaken. How long was it? Yeah, it was a couple years ago. Or whatever. But I was it's just
Okay.
brilliant. It's just really interesting with all this. It was like, oh, that's kind of happening or whatever, and like because like MTG Arena has cards that are specifically for like
MTGA area.
yeah, they make cards specifically for it in ways that so it's just like to protect it from AI generated stuff or whatever. And I know that the remote work is really important for some of them, considering that there's a good chunk of the, if I'm not mistaken, a good chunk of the development team for MTGA that doesn't even work at like what would be considered like the studio, basically, because they've been working from there since like COVID.
Can I just say, I've never gotten this adversity that some companies have towards, working at home. I get they would be like, oh, it's unprofessional, we want them to come into the office, but at the same time, it's like, is all their work still getting done? Yes. Are they still attending all these meetings virtually? Yes. In fact, is their productivity usually better when they're working from home? Yes. Like, so what's the issue? Like.
Well, and especially because if you're still dealing with like
Mhm.
employees that are working remotely from um like COVID times or whatever, it's like there's some jobs that like and some people that were literally got the job and don't even work anywhere remotely close to the studio or like the office
Mhm.
basically. So it's just like for them, like saying, "Oh, we're ending remote work." It is basically like saying, "Oh, you need to also move if you want to keep your job." So,
Do you think this is just a subtle way of these studios laying people off without having to say, "Oh yeah, we're doing layoffs" to like, news groups or teams like that, being like, "Well, they're remote workers and we want them to come back into the office. So if they can't come back, well, that's not our fault." Like,
yeah, makes you wonder.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I'm
shitty.
I'm I'm always of the same mindset that it's like if people are getting their jobs, if people are getting the work done or whatever, and or keeping on task, it's like what's the problem with having them work from home or whatever? If they're not continuing to do it, I think that working from home should be a privilege that you have to earn and stuff like that or whatever. And like that,
Mhm.
if you're given the opportunity, you have to make the best of it and you have to continue doing work. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna be asked to come back into the office because you're just not producing.
Yeah, I mean that much is fair. It's like, yeah, if you're working from home and you're not doing the work, that's one thing.
Yeah,
From pretty much any job that could get you fired, but it's like, even if you were like working in the office and your productivity went down, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to have a talk about that. I feel like there's even less of an excuse when you're working from home though too, because it's like you have all the resources with you at all times. It's like you don't need to drive into the office to do work. You can just literally do it whenever. So why is this not getting done? Type shit.
yeah, yep. So I don't know. Feels like we're of the same mindset when it comes to that. Layoff
Yeah.
protection, I feel like that's pretty obvious considering all the gaming layoffs, especially because the MTG Arena is the video game version of the card game. So
Does doing this circumvent layoff protection?
no, but I think does it give you a little bit more protection? Yes.
Okay.
I don't think it gets rid of like the idea of layoffs or anything like that, or like, oh, you're not going to get laid off. I'm like, no. It just means that if you are laid off, you'll probably get more compensation and stuff like that. You get, you get union protection. That is pretty much what comes down to it. So, I don't know. The generative AI stuff. I mean, I feel like again, we always come back to this. It's just like, especially in a game like, Magic and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, cards are constantly coming out, and it's always like, wasn't there a few times in recent sets that I see that like people were kind of accusing, what's the like accusing Wizards of using AI generation. Like there was, I think there was a few cards that people kind of put it out there for, and I remember that
with the last couple of sets, it's been a big issue. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there like the Monster Hunter like?
That was the big one.
Yeah, where it was just like, okay, this is kind of obvious that if this is like, this is kind of AI generated, stuff like that, and I'm like, So, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think all this is interesting and is probably going to be good for the game overall.
Yeah.
Screw Hasbro for trying to really clamp down on this or whatever. It's like, oh, you guys, push this or whatever. So, whatever. They do have an open, an open petition basically that anyone can sign.
Which, can you send that to me?
I will. So, if you look up the, and maybe I'll put it in the description of this podcast to basically do that. And it's like, this is basically just to keep updates and, tell them that, hey, we're on your side type thing. I don't really know if there's going to be anything more to that. I think it's just kind of like, oh, here's your name on a petition or whatever, because it says you can opt in or whatever to mobile things or whatever. But I signed up for it the other day. I signed it the other day. It was like, I don't really play MTGA. It's like I don't really care for standard or whatever very much. But I'm always of the mindset that it's just like, good on the developers for fighting for themselves, pretty much.
Exactly. I mean, that goes for any games company.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First, when I heard this, I thought it was not just the arena people. I thought this was all like Wizards of the Coast, like Magic Division, basically. Which I'm like, that's massive. No, it's just the arena. But I wouldn't be surprised potentially seeing like maybe that happens.
That's still pretty big though. MTG
it is.
Arena. Yeah.
It is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, though.
International Workers' Day. When is that?
May 1st?
Oh, yep. Damn. We are approaching that rather quickly.
Yep.
Speaking of AI, have you heard about the AI usage in Pragmata?
So what exactly is it? Was it like the pictures the girl would like make? Is that what it is, basically?
That's the worst part. That's all it is. Apparently, it's just a children's drawing that the girl made, which I'm like, you had to generate that. It's like, does nobody in your
does no one have like a little girl and just like just have them do just use one of their sketches?
You know how much like good press they could have bought? You know how much like good dad points they could have bought with the kid for doing that? And it's like, let's say, for argument's sake, completely unrealistic, nobody in that entire studio has a little girl that can draw that sort of stuff. It's like, you can't just... How long would it take to grab like a crayon and like some parchment paper and just draw that stuff out. You don't need like a pro artist for that.
No,
It's a children's drawing,
it's a
but you
children's
got
drawing.
AI to generate it. Why?
Like that just screams laziness. Like, oh, no one really wanted to do it, basically.
Which sucks because the gameplay loop I heard is actually really interesting. It's
Yeah, I've
basically a
actually heard
third,
this game's pretty good.
and I was super excited for it. Actually, the story especially. I'm a sucker for that sort of like dad daughter. It's like I'm taking this little girl, a little creature, on a big adventure so she can be free or whatever. I'm a sucker for that type of shit. So I was really excited for Pragmata, but I, Capcom, if you're listening, I heard they put AI generated shit in it, and I was like, oh, well, I'm done. I'm not excited for this anymore.
Yeah.
I'll buy it for like $20 when it goes on sale. Who cares? It just took all the wind out of my sails, man.
Like
It's
that's
such an interesting
as
looking
simple
game.
as it can be sometimes.
Uh, I I get how some of these studios could think like, well, it's not like a lot of AI generated shit. It's like, why does it matter? It's like it matters because we want real artists and real art in our actual video games.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody wants the AI shit.
I mean, I feel like we're like a broken record whenever we're talking like AI stuff like this
We
or
are.
whatever.
It is. It is. I'm sorry, but
no, but and I always it's just like I'm not saying like, oh, we don't need to talk about this. We've already talked about it. I'm like, no, we should talk about it, considering because it's just like it's like you and me both understand that like that games are almost are works of art basically and stuff like that, and it's just like that putting generated AI in there, it just takes away from that artisticness. I guess I don't know a good way of saying it.
I mean, it's like the union thing. It's both something that we're both very passionate about. So though it's a subject that comes out fairly regularly, it's like it's something that we are going to talk about because it's a thing that we both really care about.
Yeah.
We care about our games and the people that make them.
Yeah, and I think it's fair, and I think it's fair whenever it's like found out, it's like, oh yeah, we used AI generated stuff in this game or whatever, and it's like, well, now I don't give a shit, type thing. It's like, and this could be like a situation like what was it, like Crimson Desert and Expedition 33, where it's like, oh yeah, they used it, but then they ended up, replacing it with actual stuff or whatever later on, or whatever type thing. Is Capcom said they're going to do that with this? I
have to imagine it. Let me quick look, see if there has been any update on it. But it's such an easy fix that it should have been fixed before the fucking game came out.
Yeah. And this isn't like, it's like kind of like with like Expedition 33 or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, they use it just as a placeholder, and we're planning on replacing it later on, type thing, or whatever. And I think they didn't they? And they just announced that, oh, they used it to start out with. Was that before the game was released that they did that, or was it just like shortly after? I honestly don't remember. Either way, it's like with them, it's like, okay, it's their first like actual game they put out and stuff like that, and it's an indie game, even though a lot of people will say, oh, it's not indie, and I'm like, well, it's indie, trust me. And then it's just like, but this is Capcom, like like this isn't like Capcom's first run of the mill, like, oh man, look at our first game we put out. I'm like, no.
I mean, it's like that Crimson Desert shit. It's like, well, it's like with the real artists are expensive, and it's like, well, first off, this would not have been expensive. You could have done this shit for free. But at the same time, it's like you're Capcom.
Yeah.
You're a multi-million, if not multi-billion-dollar company. You can't pay an artist a few $1,000s for some in-game art for your massive like AAA video game project. It's like, what kind of sense does that make?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we ran out of the budget, and I'm like, just budget a bit more. Like, come on, man.
We ran out of the budget. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. That is such a BS excuse.
I know.
It's
Oh,
like, look
man.
at any screenshot of Pragmata and look how expensive it looks, and you had to get an AI to make children's drawings. The fact that they didn't use like an existing AI apparently. They created an AI to mimic how a little girl would draw
Yeah.
these things, and then had it generate that. I want to understand like where they're coming from, but I just can't. Maybe they were like, oh, it's really interesting because you see, the girl in the game is a robot, and we had a robot make the girl's drawings, so it's good, it's better, right? I, I don't I don't understand. Like that's all I can. That's all I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
The focus was on creating AI errors, which you'd usually see in AI generated art. Really, apparently that is the justification they're using. They used AI because they wanted the art to look like it was made by a robot rather than an actual little girl.
Oh, come on.
That just seems like such a cop out for me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To be like this was no, it was a creative decision. The little girl in the game is a robot. How many fucking I'm not. We don't need to harp on this anymore.
No, but it's just like it does say like, oh, we wanted to use AI because the girl's AI. It's not actually a real girl, and I'm sitting here going, just like, how many fucking times do you think that like games like this will use that same fucking like idea? Basically, it's just like
It's
they'll use that same fucking excuse. It's like, well, it's not an actual little girl, and it's like, who gives a shit?
it's like Alan Wake isn't a real person. It's like Master Chief isn't a real soldier in real life.
Exactly.
Like
It's like, oh yeah,
this
so Remedy's gonna start using AI to make, Alan Wake 3. No, they won't because they like Alan Wake.
yeah, that Remedy cares too much. They'd never do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying they will. I was just.
I know. I get the joke. I technically
Yeah, I
made it
knew you
too.
got it. I just want to make sure that anyone listening to this knew that was a joke. So, it's whatever. If they replace it, cool, and will people be more interested in the game? Yeah. Should they've done it? No. Like, should it have been replaced before the game? Yeah. Yes, of
Yeah.
course, or whatever. And it's like I hope that Capcom has plans. I haven't seen or heard anything that says that they are replacing it with actual
I'm not seeing it either.
artwork
No.
either and stuff like that. And it's like I don't know. It's just like I just remember like bring it up or whatever. It's like, oh, Expedition 33 got all this flack for using AI thing or whatever type thing, and it feels like every game past that's been caught using AI, everyone's just whatever, run of the mill shit. And I go, no, this is what happens if we don't make a big fuss out of it. I just cannot stress enough that if we as gamers or any sort of media whatsoever, movies, TV shows, whatever type thing, if we get used to looking at AI stuff, that's more of a reason that more companies will use it, and everything just will go downhill as a result of that. You have to sit here and fight back at this kind of stuff, because if we do not, it will take over.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like,
We just can't use
cannot
the
stress
who
that
cares
enough.
route. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We don't need to harp on that anymore, though.
No.
So, hopefully they will change it, and then I will be like, all right, Capcom, we forgive you. sort of. Just don't do it again. All right. So
Just keep making Resident Evil games.
yeah.
Make Resident Evil 10 and we'll forgive you.
Is that what we're up to already? No, right? God damn, yeah. The latest one was 9, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Dude, good fucking news. A bunch of developers are pulling their support for it's not the new Nvidia thing. What's that called again?
New Nvidia thing? Is it the
The
DSF?
AI thing.
Oh, is
The
it?
DLS S5. More and more
Yeah.
developers have come out and said we're not gonna do anything with that. We're not gonna support that. I think even Capcom came out and said we're disavowing that completely.
Good.
So, yeah.
So, that's all I have to say is good.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck them.
Fuck AI. Yeah. Um.
So did you
What
want to
did you
talk
want
about the Ubisoft stuff with the crew too?
Yeah. So, you've heard of Stop Killing Games before, right?
Indeed, we have talked about this. Just as a quick reminder of what Stop Killing Games is. It was a movement done. God, has it been almost a year ago at this point, or at least like 6 months at this point? I don't know.
It's been at least a year, yeah.
It's been a bit. It's this movement that's kind of the idea that any game that puts out with only online mode, that should be, as long as the game is online, it's fine. But if they start to shut it down, instead of just shutting down the game entirely, basically that games and developers should make an offline mode so people can continue to play the game without the need of an online mode, or queuing into certain games or whatever.
It's like you've spent money on this thing, in this thing, so you should still be able to access it, basically.
You should still be able to play it, even if there's not like an online community that's still playing this game.
Mm-hmm. Some good news is that as a movement, it's been pretty damn successful so far. There's currently a law that's being debated. I'm not sure if it's been like approved for legislation in the EU, but there's this law basically inspired by the Stop Killing Games movement that's that I think is being voted on right now, where they would require games that are released in the UK, it reflects the Stop Killing Games movement. It's like if a customer paid for this thing, they should always be able to access it in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that be a separate online mode or there's like some skeleton legacy server that they can access. I think the one exception they said are things like MMOs, or it's like if it was like a free-to-play or online thing, they said that developers effectively off the hook for that because, nobody really paid for that. They just, were allowed to access it, so they have no, like...
Yeah, I assume there would be, like, certain things that it's like MMOs I feel like would be incredibly hard to do, considering it's just like how do you make a thing that's made for the idea that a ton of different players will be working on this, like towards this one thing, or like one boss or whatever, and how do we make that into a single player thing? And it's like, well, yeah, it's not really the game then at that point.
Yeah. The biggest thing is Ubisoft didn't say this was strictly because of Stop Killing Games, but one of the big games that really inspired was the original Stop Killing Games movement was the original crew being taken offline. It was taken offline. It was taken out of people's libraries. This is a game that people paid for, and
it was
they
completely
were just
delisted.
Yep, they were like, you can not play this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It is just gone. It is disappeared forever. So it makes it all the more impactful where now with the Crew 2, instead of just shutting down completely, Ubisoft is developing this thing called an hybrid mode where you'd be able to play it like, online, offline. If the game was ever taken offline, you would still be able to access it, which is, it's pretty big. I think, and I find it very cool and very weird that this is coming from Ubisoft of all companies. But also, it's almost poetic in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't say I've ever engaged with the crew and probably wouldn't care much if the game was taken offline. But from what I hear, the game has had like a very dedicated fan base, and I'm sure this is a great piece of news to wake up to if you were a fan of those types of racing games. Do you think this is something that more and more game companies are going to start to follow through on?
Well, just reading into this little article I was reading to or whatever, and it's like, well, this is all like, oh, hearsay. They haven't really confirmed anything, um,
Oh, okay.
so on and so forth or whatever. But it's just like, but they have announced an offline mode or whatever. Like that is happening, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's all hearsay whether or not this is from because of Stop Killing Games type thing. But they also says here that it's like that Ubisoft was afraid that the European Citizens Initiative would pass, that this would kill some idea, and then like they'd have to do this anyway. So it's just like they're almost feeling like they're getting ahead of the curve, pretty much.
Which is honestly pretty smart.
Yeah, I'm. And considering
Mm.
like we outlined, is like you got all this bad publicity when the crew, the first game went offline. It's like
Mhm.
try and get some good publicity for the second game. Like, okay, we're not really going to be supporting this game going forward, but we are adding an offline mode. And they're like, okay, so you can still play the game and like not have to like, you know, be just online or whatever and be pretty much unplayable at that point.
Mhm.
So that's good. Will others follow that thing? Hard to say. It's like I
I
don't
think it
know.
all.
I don't know how many companies will invest, a portion of their development crew into, like, especially at the end of its life cycle, to like, oh, let's develop an offline mode type thing or whatever. That almost feels like, oh, that should be something we have in mind right off the start. So, and maybe they would.
Well, I think it all depends on if this law passes, and like a
And
lot of
that's how I was
these
gonna get
companies,
to.
yeah, like if these companies are probably going to look at like, is it cheaper to develop this offline mode versus paying whatever the EU is going to fine us with. You've also got to consider too, then, like if this gets passed in the EU, what other countries are going to try passing laws like this? Like, is something like that going to eventually migrate over to the US? Or is it gonna happen in a place like Japan or China? And the more games you come out that if you're just trying to take away, that's the more fines you're gonna have to pay. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna be completely real with a lot of these games. I just don't believe it's that hard to make an offline mode for them. I just really don't. I think when it comes to a lot of these game shutdowns, these developers want to be like, well, it's cheaper to just turn it offline, so let's just do that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what will
Mm-hmm.
happen as a result of that, and it'd be the only thing that would have to incentivize that would be that, like, oh, like every so often when it like still has an offline mode, that it wouldn't, like, they actually get fined, and it's like, well, now it's actually worth the time and effort to do so. And it's like, and if they know that eventually they're going to have to do this anyway, they might
Mm-hmm.
already just develop it early on but not roll it out until like the end of its life cycle anyway.
Which is probably smart.
Yeah. So
It
I don't
could,
know.
it could also just be like a fact of like whatever skeleton crew they have working on these games. After they've lost their luster, obviously, can just do like, okay, find a way to make this game, work offline.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'd like to believe that this might start a good trend, but we'll see about that.
It seems like the Stop Killing Games movement still is, maintaining quite a lot of momentum. The fact that this law is being considered in the EU in the first place, I think, is a big step forward. So,
Mm-hmm. I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be incentives for companies to do that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is going to need to be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you almost wonder if Ubisoft was doing this mainly just to get some good publicity. Feels like, but at the same point, it's like, for whatever reason they're doing it, it's a good thing.
After the last few years, I feel like Ubisoft could use all the good publicity it could possibly get.
Yeah. It's like the fact is that their latest game they just announced was a remake of Assassin's Creed 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like,
after Shadows, I think Shadows did okay for them still.
Shadows did okay, but I don't think it did as well as they were hoping.
No, and I think they're kind of on their. Ubisoft has been on like their back leg for a while now, and they're trying to regain some momentum, I think.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out something.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, they're doing good stuff with Assassin's Creed 4 remake. It's like, oh yeah, and on top of like all the graphical enhancements, remember all those we added a few missions in the game. Remember all those bullshit trail missions that no one liked? Yeah, we just decided to take those out. You don't have to play them no more. We came up with more interesting shit for people to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm not sure if they listed it on Steam yet, but I do not think they're selling it at. Okay, well it's $60. I thought it was 50. I'm sorry.
No, it's $60.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they could have done it for 70, but they didn't. So I'll give them that. I mean, they didn't do like their big like, oh, here's spend like the 120 for this or whatever, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Imagine they
Oh, there is a deluxe edition.
I imagine they give this game an online mode, and then they're just like, well, fuck, why didn't we just do this? Why do we spend 10 years making this other one that no one plays?
Right.
What do you get with the deluxe edition? You get the Blackbeard's Crimson Pack. Oh, wow,
that's the
terrible.
pre-order, and then you get like a Master Naval Pack and a Master Assassin Pack. Grants the unique perks, aka cosmetics, for an extra $10.
Hmm. Does that sail set, ship's pet, crew attire, wheel figure, and hull trim? If they do a thing where that's like the best ship in the entire game, and
no, I assume it'll just be cosmetics.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, different ships do have different stats in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, I don't know. I think I played up until the ship stuff, and then I was just like, I'm not that interested in this game.
Oh, dude, Black Flag was. I know everybody, hypes this game to hell and back, but
I mean,
Black
I'm sure
Flag
it's good.
was, like,
I just never
so
got into
good.
the ship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also of the mindset that I think that Assassin's Creed 3 gets too much hate, but well,
I mean, you're like objectively correct about that.
it's like I get that it wasn't like the best Assassin's Creed ever, but it also wasn't the worst.
No.
Real fast, did you ever play? I know I know Unity was the big one that was like all buggy and glitchy to hell, basically. And it's like, did you ever play it after they kind of fixed it? By the way.
Yeah, I streamed the entire thing.
Oh, nice.
You watched most of that.
Did I? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I will say I'm kind of biased because I really like the history behind the French Revolution. I think they could have used it more, but
Yeah.
I quite liked Unity quite a lot. So what's your least favorite Assassin's Creed game if you had to pick one?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
Of the ones I've played?
Yeah.
I haven't played that many.
I've played quite a few of them, and it's a tie between two of them for me.
Okay, which two out of curiosity? Well, I'm thinking.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate was not great. I didn't play that one, but I heard it wasn't very good.
No, they should have gotten way more traction out of the gadgets, and the story was hot garbo. It was so bad. And Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I didn't like at all.
Odyssey. Okay.
Well, the problem is that Odyssey was you know, a great like Greek Roman type, action game. If they had just called it like Ubisoft's The Odyssey or something like that, fine. That'd be great. Just do that. It's an Assassin's Creed game where you can't assassinate people is the issue.
Yeah.
It's like part of the fun for Assassin's Creed for me was always like just going around seeing like going to all these bases and seeing like, oh, how can I take all these people down without any of the guards noticing me at any point. And that's very clearly not how they wanted you to play Odyssey.
Mm.
First off, because they just made it borderline impossible in some areas. And secondly, it's like you can't assassinate people unless you're higher level than them. So it's like if
Okay.
you were like level 12 and you're trying to assassinate a guy that was level 15, you know, you would press the assassinate button, his health bar would go down a little bit, and he would just, start attacking you, and most likely roll you.
Okay.
I don't know. I just did not vibe with Odyssey at all.
I feel like it was just like around the Syndicate
Mm-hmm.
time or whatever. It was like maybe after Unity or something like that. That it feels like Assassin's Creed stopped kind of being assassin. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
no, that's the timeline of Assassin's Creed is so fucking funny to me because
Yeah.
it was exactly after that they were like, okay, we need to take a step back, completely rethink how we do these things. So then they made Assassin's Creed,
It's
which was it?
Origins.
It was Origins, and that did super well. That did numbers for them.
Yeah, because
And
it was
people,
like
right?
it revamped what Assassin's Creed was because when it was like, oh, the Origins or whatever. So it's like we're not assassins yet. We're just establishing the assassins. So it's like we didn't have to do that. And I was like, okay, but it's Assassin's Creed, so you'd think there would be whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like the game. The
Yeah.
game was said was really good, and I think I played maybe 6 hours, and I said, I mean, I get it, but I'm good.
Then Odyssey came out, and I will acknowledge, I think Odyssey is a good game if it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah,
Is
I think that's
basically.
my main issue I have with it too. It's like of all the games that like it feels like it's just kind of like lost its identity. Assassin's Creed has and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like Valhalla is another great example of that, where it's like
I was about to
it's
move
not
on.
Assassin's Creed.
A lot of people complained about Valhalla. First off, because it was just so fucking big.
Yeah,
The game was way bigger than it had any right to be, to the point where it annoyed a lot of people. And again, it did the whole thing of it, like, why is this called Assassin's Creed? Especially like they were like, oh well, you can actually assassinate people and do the Assassin's Creed thing now. But the whole gameplay loop in Valhalla is you want to go in and like raid these bases. So the workaround was you go there with your crew, you tell them to wait outside, you take them down the Assassin's Creed way, and then you bring them in for the raid. It was really stupid. It's like, yeah, you can do the Assassin's Creed stuff, but the game clearly doesn't want you to.
yeah.
And that just annoyed everybody that played it. To the point where after that, they went back and tried to do the Assassin's Creed thing again with Mirage, which is very much the closest Assassin's Creed has come to being a traditional Assassin's Creed in years, and people loved it for that.
I forgot about Mirage.
Mirage was actually quite good. And then they fucking made Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah. It's
It's like,
like at
okay,
some point it really should have just been a different game series, basically telling like
yeah.
events through historical things. I don't know. I guess.
The problem with Ubisoft though is that like, well, we have the brand identity of Assassin's Creed. Why wouldn't we just use that? Everybody can immediately identify it as like a historical action game. The problem is that it's not an Assassin's game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like they want to use like the AC name basically, but like not make the games
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed. And it's like I think you need to take a step back of like what you think Assassin's Creed actually is.
Basically, yeah.
So
Assassin's Creed Shadows was the first game where they tried to have it both ways, and I'm not sure people like that because
yeah,
both of them felt half-assed. It's like, well, you can't really complete the story unless you do both campaigns, but no one's gonna want to do that. It's like, okay, you want to have the cool action samurai experience? Play as whatever the samurai guy's name is. And but if you want to be an assassin, that's cool. We put an assassin in the game. It's like, cool. You don't get a round of applause for putting an assassin in an Assassin's Creed game.
yeah.
What is the next one they're making? I wonder. Is that the witches one?
Is it? I don't know.
Next one is Assassin's Creed Hex, which takes place during the Salem witch trials. It's coming out this year?
It is. We haven't even got
When?
anything for it.
No, we haven't. Oh, it has had a trailer.
Apparently, 2 weeks ago there was a trailer that came out. Didn't know that.
What the fuck is it even Ubisoft anymore?
That's a great question.
I don't understand it, man. Honestly, this looks like a Thief game, is the impression I'm getting right now. Have you ever played the Thief games before?
I've not.
Oh, no, it's fake. This is fake. Yeah, no, there's
Yeah, I was like,
110% AI.
I was like, yeah, this doesn't look real.
Someone completely AI generated this.
That's what I
This
kept saying. I
trailer.
was like, this just looks entirely AI generated. I'm like, there's no fucking way this is real.
And the fucking JPEG they zoom in on. Okay. Sorry, people listening to this podcast. Oh,
Sons
man.
of bitches.
Yeah.
Look, if Hex is coming out this year, it's like we haven't seen anything for it, so my guess is probably not actually going to.
No.
Or
It could also be a thing of Ubisoft just being like, we really, really do not want to compete with Grand Theft Auto 6. So let's just
it's fair.
keep things on the down low.
Let's just make sure it's like, and there's we're just gonna make sure that nothing's gonna go wrong here.
Ubisoft cannot have many more failed projects, I don't think. That being said, they should totally release a Star Wars Outlaws sequel.
Yeah,
Would be
you think
fine.
so?
Yeah. Yeah. That game everyone loved.
And then lock what was it? Some side quests behind paywall.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, Mando and Grogu is coming out this year. Make a movie tie-in game. It's been a while since we've had one of them.
Yeah, just make a Mando and Grogu game. Can't be hard, right?
Exactly. Everyone's super excited for that movie.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't. I'm trying to think. Wasn't there like some big like Star Wars game that was announced like not that long ago? That was an Ubisoft making that one though, right? That was like EA.
I think so.
I don't honestly remember what the game was called, but I remember there was a game that was announced.
Eclipse was canceled.
Eclipse was canceled, but there was another one.
Yeah.
I
think it was. You're not thinking of the KOTOR remake, are you?
No, I don't believe I.
That one was. That one was also canceled. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's Galactic Racer. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of, but
Maybe. That's a game I'm interested in, I gotta be honest with you.
oh, it was Fate of the Old Republic. That's what it was.
Fate of the Old Republic?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't remember exactly what that was called or what that was, but I remember seeing like a cinematic trailer for it. Um,
Oh, yeah. That sounds interesting.
yeah,
So is it
'cause
another just, like, Old Republic? I have
I
to
don't,
imagine.
I don't honestly like. I don't think we've had much like, um,
Spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic. That's interesting.
yeah, that's what
What
it was.
other games have these guys made? Nothing. This is their first game.
Was it EA making this, or is this just an entirely different studio?
EA is the publisher, I think, but
Yeah,
um, it's being developed by Argonaut Studios in collaboration with the Lucasfilm.
yeah. I just remember this was like I don't even remember when this was shown off at or whatever, but I remember it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was last year during like the um was it like Summer Games Fest? Oh no, it was announced in the 2025 Game Awards. Okay.
Have you ever played the Knights of the Old Republic games?
I have not. I never really was that interested in them.
Dude, you would love them. As
Yeah,
somebody that likes RPGs and Star Wars, you would be all over those games.
yeah, that's what everyone kept saying. And I was like, I guess I just wasn't interested back in the day.
Hmm.
And then they announced that they were doing a remake, but now it's not happening. So I'm just like, ugh. I probably would have played. I probably would have played them had the remakes actually happened.
You
But
can
they got,
just play the old ones.
I know, but I was like, I don't know. I got too many games to play, and my hype for Star Wars is pretty much at an all-time low right now.
Understandable.
Well, second all-time low. The all-time low was after fucking Rise of Skywalker. That was the real all-time low right there.
Honestly, fair. Yeah, you can get the original KOTOR for like $10 on Steam.
Yeah, I think I might own it honestly. Like I think I do.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
It says you played it for 34 minutes.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Well,
I've got to know. Did you buy the second one too?
I
Let's
think what
see.
happened is I was like, I bet you what happened is that there was a Humble Bundle way back when where it would include all
Yep,
these
there
like
it
Star
is.
Wars ones. So I probably just bought that at the time.
Mhm. And you just like forgot.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. There's also another Star Wars game coming out from Respawn that apparently is going to play like XCOM. That's interesting.
Really?
Called Star Wars Zero Company. Permadeath, companions, and more.
Dude, I'm all about that. If that's like if that is an XCOM game, because I'm like I've been feeling the need to play XCOM right now, and I'm like I don't want to go play XCOM. I did like XCOM 2, man, but I'm just like I played that game so many times. I don't need to go back and play it again.
I mean, this looks like Star Wars XCOM.
I mean, yeah, it
Just
does.
Yeah.
This is coming soon. Sure, I'll add it to a wish list. See what happens.
Fucking every game is just coming soon. God damn it, GTA 6. Like,
Why you gotta do this to us?
put down a fucking release date and then commit to it. God damn it.
They ain't gonna do it.
I hate that
They're just
every.
gonna have a stranglehold and everything.
The entire games industry has to be put on hold for your greedy asses.
What are you talking about? Everyone loves GTA 6.
No, honestly. We don't need to harp on GTA 6 anymore, but
No.
god damn it, I couldn't give less of a fuck.
But it says right here that all evidence for the next GTA 6 trailer is on the horizon.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Wow.
Man, that is so hype. I'm so excited for GTA 6. I don't know.
The people are basing this off of the next quarterly meeting for Rockstar is like late May basically. So everyone's thinking that on the 22nd they're gonna put out a trailer to reestablish the hype of GTA 6. Like really? And so when the trailer at the end of the trailer and it says 2027 on it, are people going to be that excited for it?
I don't know. I don't get. I've never understood the crazy hype that GTA 6 gets. I just don't get it. It's like it's probably going to have a mid-ass story. They all have. I the gameplay is just going to be generic, driving around, shooting people, whatever the fuck. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have like big populated open worlds. It's like, so has every other game that's come out in like the last 10 years. Like, is it wrong for me to be like, who cares? Is it
No, because I'm about the
weird
same
that
way.
is it weird that I'm think that they've spent more money than it would take to build like the sixth wonder of the world on this fucking video game? If it's not the best thing of all time, it's like it give it a 0 out of 10. Fucking this should put Expedition 33 to shame. And if it's anything less, then it's a disappointment by default. Legit, with how much people have hyped up this crap, with how much they've spent on this fucking thing, for how long it's taken to fucking develop. My god. We title this episode Fuck GTA 6.
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't do that, but it's like
No,
whatever.
let's not.
I'm about the same
I
way. I was like,
I'm just
I could give a rat's ass about GTA 6.
I'm just so cynical when it comes to this. When it comes to these things that are just so overhyped, I don't understand it, dude. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Well,
Have you ever played any of the GTA games before?
I think I played San Andreas.
How much of San Andreas did you play?
I don't know. I think I played like half of it.
Okay, that's quite a lot.
I don't know. I was like generally just kind of just like whatever.
I think I played through like the first quarter of San Andreas and like half of 5, and then I just never touched the series again.
Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. So that's why we got to stream GTA 6 day one, right? Just like everyone and their mothers.
Like every storefront is gonna crash, and then there's gonna be a bunch of people getting super butthurt that, oh, I can't play GTA 6 right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
That and the
then like you
servers
said,
will explode.
because they Yeah, that game's gonna have servers. It's absolutely gonna be online.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be online only. It's going to be great, and the loading times are going to be horrendous, probably, just like they were in GTA 5.
Because not enough people are gonna be able to get in. And then you're gonna have a bunch of streamers. Basically, every streamer on the planet is gonna be playing it. And there's going to be a whole bunch of YouTube videos being like, I can't believe it.
GTA 6
Ubisoft.
is broken, oh my god.
Exactly. Like, not even an hour after the game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hate life for like 2 months after that game comes out.
Yep.
It's like, I'm just over here playing Slay the Spire 2. It's like,
I'm just going to be playing my Slay the Spire 2.
I have no idea
Borderlands.
what the fuck is going on over there. But they can keep it.
Oh. I was just like looking on Steam. And I was like, I just see that Borderlands 2 announced their next raid boss.
You mean Borderlands 4?
Or what did I say? Borderlands 2.
You said Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 4, not 2. It's long past. Borderlands 4 announced their new raid boss or whatever that'll be free for all players coming on May 28th. Ugh. Why does it have to be a full month later? Subjugator and Thrall the Invincible. Dual boss fight, 4 new legendaries, 1 new per lesson, 5 new class mods, UV8's Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode 7, and 1 new firmware. Similar to what it was from Bloom Reaper the Invincible. Although he was definitely not an invincible boss. Because the idea of like the invincible boss is that, they're supposed to be incredibly strong and stuff like that. And it's like, Bloom Reaper he's tougher, but I wouldn't say he's invincible. Well. Free raid boss, so that's cool. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than Bloom Reaper was.
Good on them for doing a free new raid boss. I was going to say I'm really excited for the new Diablo 4 update. Then I saw they're charging $40 fucking dollars for it.
Yeah, there's like 2 new classes, new story, and like stuff like that.
Well, it's like I want to play as a paladin, man, and a warlock. That sounds sick.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta pay $40 for those.
Jesus Christ. Man, I already paid $70 for this shit, man. That's not fair.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, don't worry. The Borderlands will just do the thing where it's like all the bounty packs. Because what was it? They announced a roadmap not that long ago. But because it's like, because like the April update, which already came out, Raid Boss 2, which will come next year, Takedown, which will be free. That'll actually be really cool because we'll actually have a takedown to do. Takedowns are basically just like what raids actually are in most other games. It's hard. It's hard to describe because it's basically just like, think about it as in like a raid in like Destiny 2 in a way. It's like, you're doing all these different things to get to this like end game boss, whether it was like puzzles, fighting your way through enemies, so on and so forth, basically.
So what is a raid in Borderlands 4 then?
A raid in Borderlands 4 is just a stronger, more difficult boss, basically.
All right.
Yeah, it's difficult. They really did themselves a disservice by calling them raid bosses.
I was gonna say, why not call that a takedown and call what's?
I mean, that was the thing.
The
thing is the idea of them was supposed to be a takedown. Then they just decided to call them raid bosses, and they go, why? Yeah, I mean, like the next like few updates though are gonna be like are free because it's like the raid boss, the takedown, and then there's Bounty Pack 3, which will be the paid DLC. You know, my brother's been playing a lot of Diablo recently with the new Lord of Hatred stuff and whatnot.
You gonna get back into Diablo then?
I probably will. It's like I'll probably do that with my brother. It'll be fun. They've revamped like basically the skills tree and stuff like that. Like there's no passives in the game anymore, which is kind of interesting.
Now that you've gotten a bit more time to kind of marinate on it, obviously, like the peak for Diablo, according to most fans that you talk to, is Diablo 2. Diablo 3 was a bit more divisive, from what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so.
Where would you say Diablo 4 lands and all that? Like, would you consider this an improvement to Diablo 3?
Considering that in the most recent season they just added pretty much all like the different things from Diablo 3 into 4. Like, I'm not even joking. They added the Herodric's Cube and set bonuses, something that was basically only in well, not only in Diablo 3, but it's like it was a mainstay in Diablo 3.
Yeah.
And the Herodric Cube, so you can have more like you could re-roll legendaries, you could remove affixes and stuff like that if you didn't like them or whatever, so on and so forth, and or whatever. It was like it's just a way to easily customize your character or fix certain parts of your build or whatever. You could re-roll certain things or whatever, and then like later on they added to where you could have 3 additional affixes. You could have one from a weapon or a shield or offhand basically, and then like one from an armor piece, and then one from a like jewelry, so like an amulet or a ring basically, onto your character without actually having to wear the gear itself. So it kind of expanded how you could do builds. So I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's what the cube does in 4 yet. I have no idea. I've yet to play the game, considering it just can't. The stuff just came out yesterday.
I mean, yeah, obviously. Let's talk like vanilla Diablo 4. Would you say vanilla Diablo 4 was an improvement from 3, or was it a step down, do you think?
Sideways. I don't know, slightly better.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say it was bad. I don't know. Like, here's the thing is, like, I never really played Diablo 2, so I guess I really wouldn't know what peak Diablo was, basically. Like, I started playing Diablo at 3.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So it's like, and everyone's like, oh, 3 was bad. And I was like, I don't know, I liked it. I put like 700-ish hours into that game. It's like after in college, after we stopped playing League, most of my time went to Diablo 3.
Damn.
So I was like, I was all excited for what was the big DLC pack that added Act 5? I don't remember what it was called. Shadow of Death or something like that. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was all excited for that because I was like, I was playing the game when that came out, so I was excited.
Nice. Huh. Can you buy the first one on Steam?
Diablo 1, are you saying, or?
Yeah, because I was just looking to see. It's like you can't buy Diablo 3. You can you can buy 2 and 4.
Yeah, I was like, you probably need
so
to do it on
weird
the BNet launcher if that's even a thing you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, should we call it there since we're about an hour 18 in?
I think so.
I think that'd be a good stopping point. So, thank y'all so much for watching and or listening to this podcast, be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast or onto the feed itself. If you're listening on Spotify or anything like that, go check out the YouTube if you want to see, I guess, our faces or whatever. I mean, it's really that's all you're gonna see. So.
Oh, I got a prop I can show people real quick. It kind of relates to what we were just talking about. Remember when PC games had physical releases?
Yes.
I got this at a garage sale, and why does the camera look like that?
You kind of knocked. Oh, hey, look at that.
There we go. Yeah, big old Diablo 2 battle chest set.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Comes with Diablo 2, the official strategy guide, and the expansion set.
Oh, jeez.
I bought this for $5 in some dude's garage.
Hey, not bad.
As opposed to $40 on Steam.
That's pretty neat.
Man, when games had manuals, this is a thick boy.
What a time.
Yeah.
Did you ever have those like books or whatever for like each of like the Pokemon games when they were coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents bought me. My parents always bought me that when I was a kid. It's like I was like, my favorite Pokemon game was always Pokemon Silver, so I always had that was my most used booklet, even though I knew it by heart basically. So, but yeah, we were doing outro before I was doing this. So
yeah,
be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. Leave comments, tell people, do some stuff, all that kind of stuff.
If you're watching us on Spotify, be sure to leave us a good little rating. It always helps us out. And if you had a good time, please feel free to join us next week. We always love doing these, and we're gonna keep doing them.
Yeah. Till then, till next time. Bye bye.